Hey everyone, how y'all doing? So today I have the Leatherman Free T4 to look at and talk about today. I picked this up 20 days ago, 3 weeks ago, at Sportsman's Warehouse for $69.95, and with tax it came to $75.55. So this cost me 75 bucks in total, and I'll put it out there right now. It's a fine tool, but it's 75 bucks, 69, 75 bucks. I think it's, overpriced. No BS. It's too much for what this is, in my opinion only. But yeah, before we look at this, I'll do an overview of it. I'll tell you how I came about getting this, why I bought this. Well, first of all, I always have some kind of multi-tool with me. I like having pliers of some kind, screwdrivers, a knife, pair of scissors maybe. It's just the way I am. I use the stuff all the time. So I can carry a full-size multi-tool on my belt, like the Victorinox Spirit X. This is an awesome full-size multi-tool, plier based. Got the nice pliers on here. Plus it comes, the set I bought has the bits and the L driver and a corkscrew attachment. That's kind of neat. Actually, I use this to get knots out all the time, because I can't finagle and loosen the knot. And it also has a little eyeglass screwdriver that hides right in there, so that's cool. But yeah, these things are big and bulky. I also have a Leatherman Wave Plus that I used to carry all the time. Now it kind of lives in my EDC pouch with the bit set and everything. That just stays in there. And yeah, if I don't feel like carrying all that, sometimes I'll carry the Leatherman Skeletal CX. It's got interchangeable bits, driver, a decent knife, the pliers, pocket clip, carabiner. I usually just kind of hook that on my belt loop. And yeah, that's good. And but they're needle nose pliers. Sometimes needle nose are not the best things to have, so I started carrying the Knipex Cobra pliers. These are the 5-inch 125s. Awesome set of pliers. I just actually used these yesterday, swapping out our clothes washer. I used this to unhook and hook up the hot and cold water hoses. Worked excellent. That's what I used. You can't really do that with a pair of needle nose pliers and a multi-tool. So yeah, I started carrying these, and along with these, I've been carrying a couple of things to complement these. One, my trusty old Victorinox Pioneer X. You got a couple of screwdrivers. You got all pair of scissors. Awesome. They go good together. I can accomplish most anything that comes my way for the most part. Well, then I found this other tool. This next tool, Knight. And this is pretty cool. No pliers. It's thin. It's pretty long. Came with a pocket clip, right? One thing on here is an awesome pair of scissors, which are big enough to do something. These cut through paracord like it's nothing. Nice big knife blade. Can't remember what it's made out of. but long. Then you got your, you know, different tools, flathead screwdriver, Phillips head screwdriver, can opener, all a file, which is probably the worst tool on that. So pretty decent little toolkit right here with the Knipex and this. Really, they complement each other. You get a lot of stuff done. And yeah, so I started thinking, you know, Leatherman came out with something like that. So I looked it up, found out the price. I'm like, geez, that's a lot. This thing was like 30 bucks less. I can't remember how much this was, but heck of a value for the money for this tool, this next tool. This being 70 bucks, I'm like, that's kind of steep. But it is Leatherman. It is made in USA. It's got their now 25-year guarantee. So I watched YouTube videos, and one of the few times I actually watched some videos on a product before I bought it. I usually buy something and then watch a few videos. But yeah, my take from all the videos is most people kind of crapped on this for 100 different reasons. They said the knife opened too hard. Mine was stiff when I got it. After 3 weeks, I have no issues opening it. People complained about the file being too short. Yeah, it's short. It's about the same size as this one. Same size, while some Victorinox have longer ones. But this is a really nice file. Sharp, it's aggressive. You're not gonna, you know, file out a knife out of bar stock with this. It's good for, you know, removing a burr, a sharp edge on something. Piece of wood where chips coming out, you can file it smooth. You know, it has its purposes. I like it. I've used it. But yeah, a couple of other things that I'll touch on as we go over this. But in general, people really crapped on this, and I think it's better than what people put it out to be. But anyways, get moving on to this. Like I said, 25-year warranty, made in USA. It says 12 tools on the back. You know, they number everything, list it. So you get a 420 HC knife, wood metal file, screwdriver small, package opener, screwdriver medium, mini pry, spring action scissors, Phillips screwdriver, bottle opener all, screwdriver extra small, and a pair of tweezers, which is something a little extra. So here's the thing, kind of small, compact form factor, nice deep carry pocket clip. Now this tool and the next tool, pocket clips are on the side, so it's kind of thick package in your pocket. It's thicker than most, you know, folding knives, most at all. You know you have something in your pocket just because it's kind of compact and small, but it's kind of bulky at the same time. But yeah, so tools, get a nice little 2-inch blade knife. It's hollow ground. It's not too bad. It's razor sharp. Says Leatherman USA on the blade and a tang, and it's comfortable to use. It's okay. Pocket clip, you know, it'd be in a tip down position, but the pocket clip's not bad at all. I've used this a little bit. I don't generally use the knife blades on my multi-tools unless it's the Skeletal CX, which has 154 cm steel for the blade, and I have actually carried this as my only knife, my primary knife, and for weeks, you know, and I like it. So that's about the only blade I use a lot on a multi-tool. Even on a Pioneer X, I don't use the blade all that often. But yeah, you get a nice little blade. It's locking. All the tools are locking on this by these levers, which I don't know if I could even show you. It's a little bar that kind of locks down in here between that tab. So it's kind of like a back lock, and you just lift that, slide that back and close it. Another feature of this, besides all the tools locking, is they're all on the outside. There's no inside to it, so easily accessible. Plus everything is accessible by hand. Some things are easier than others to get out one-handed, but like I wanted the file that's on this side. You basically push those tabs, tools pop out, and you can get to it one-handed. Not the easiest thing to do. It's not difficult. More you do it, the better you get at it. If I wanted the flathead screwdriver, there it is. Same deal on the other side. Flip things out. Want the scissors, there they are. These are a decent pair. So everything's one-handed accessible. Now, I don't do it all the time. You know, I'll flick it out and I'll use both hands and I'll just flip up what I need. I need a little tiny flat screwdriver. There it is. Because the other tools you have to use two hands anyways, but it's a nice option to have if you have to get something out. I only use one hand because you're holding on to the project or whatever. Bam, you got it. So that's okay. Probably not the best system in the world, I'm not saying that, but it works. I can do it left-handed for most tools, but anyways, showed you the knife blade. Here is the flathead screwdriver, package opener. That's a little sharper edge right here. Little pry tool, and if you know me, I use the flathead / bottle opener on this. There's a little pry tool all the time, so this takes its place. And close that up. Next to it is that file I showed you, and it has a smaller flathead right there. I tried all the flatheads, they work. Like I said, this is actually a nice file. It's short, granted. So that's one side. The other side, flip up, you got 3 more tools. I'll do the first one. First one is a Phillips head screwdriver, kind of 2D-ish. It's a lot like, you know, the bit set, the bits you get with like the Wave Plus and the skeleton tool here. Same concept, it works good, works fine. Bottle opener on that, gotta have a bottle opener. And then you have the awl, which is kind of different. It's got a little flat tip on there, so that's the little flathead screwdriver, which actually fits the one set of screws on my glasses. I tried it. It's got an edge on it, makes a pretty good scraper, and even though that's flat, you can drill a hole in it. You know, it digs in. Starter hole, you know, for a screw or whatever. That works good. That's what I use it for. And a scraper and a digger. And now I will say that I don't like opening that one-handed, because I flip up the tools and that's in the middle, it kind of wants to follow the Phillips head. So you have to separate, and you gotta get way back here or else you're pushing up on that edge. It's not super sharp, you know, it's not gonna cut you, but I don't like that. That's a one tool I do not like to take out one-handed. Scissors, again, decent pair of spring-loaded scissors. Not bad. They're not bad. Not the worst pair of scissors I've ever had. Show you size comparison. See, the scissors on the Pioneer X are kind of a pain to get out. So they're close to the same size. Really, you know, the handle's longer, the side's longer than this. Overall length is longer, but the cutting, you know, they're pretty much the same. These are not as good as the ones on here or the ones on the next tool. I just can't. These are kind of weird. You gotta get it locked in. These are just a great pair of scissors. I can't say enough about these. They cut really well and they lock. But yeah, so that's most of the tools. Got one extra tool, and that is a pair of tweezers, which kind of tuck in the slot right here on the side. And now these are not bad at all. They come to more of a sharp point, sharp edge. These are better, I think, than the Victorinox tweezers. Nice little pair of tweezers for slivers or whatnot. Yeah, look, see, kind of ripped my nail getting the scissors out of my Victorinox there. Yeah, nice little set of tools that complement carrying a pair of Knipex pliers instead of a multi-tool with needle nose combination pliers. I've really kind of enjoyed this. You know, like I said, a lot of people just kind of crapped on this. It's like, especially the ones that can't open the knife blade, saying it's too hard to open. Did you even use it? That's what I want to know. Really, have you used it? Because mine was stiff. It didn't, you know, it was hard to open. I'm like, okay, I agree with that, but after a little bit, it's no different than any other opening, you know, one-hand opening knife that you use thumb studs like a buck, you know. Good Lord. It's a lot easier than that. It's easier. You know, I put the thumb studs on here so I could open it one-handed. Yeah, a lot more difficult to open than the Free T4. So, not bad. Short blade. People complain, you know, made fun of the short file. Like I said, you're not going to shape out a knife out of bar stock using this little thing. You could. It'd take you forever. It's made for small things, you know, small jobs. Then everybody kind of crapped on the awl, you know. And I don't know, did they even test it? You know, it's flat, it should be a point. Did they even test it? Because I don't know what kind of wood this is. It's freaking hard though. Yeah, I mean, it digs in. It does a good job. I mean, I went that far. You know, that's a heck of a starter hole for a screw. That's fine. I don't like opening this one-handed because that is a sharpened edge. It's not knife sharp, you know, but I don't like that. That's one thing I don't like. Pocket clip, fine. Another feature of this, why it's one-handed opening like it is, and it's easy to pop these things out, but how do they stay in? They stay in because down inside it has magnets, so it kind of sucks, you know, holds the tool in. Now, a lot of people really complained about that being magnetized because, like, if you're using the file and you got metal shavings, obviously you'll have, if you file in metal, you'll have metal shavings, and will the metal shavings get stuck inside? Possibly. I don't see why it wouldn't happen, but you know, if you're using your file, kind of wipe it off before you close it up. No big deal. I haven't had anything sticking to the magnets on the inside yet, but that could be a thing, you know. Okay, I kind of agree with that, but I think it's a better tool than a lot of people are giving it credit for. I like it. I've been carrying it for 3 weeks. I've done, you know, a bunch of stuff with it. It's come through for me. This has made a pretty good combination. I haven't come across anything I really couldn't get done with just these two things. My biggest gripe is $70, where you can get a pretty decent budget tool. It's very similar, and like I can't remember what I paid, $30, $32, something like that, but half the price. And some features on here are better, some features on here are better. Now, all these back tools are kind of, except for the can opener, they're all kind of pain in the butt to get to, like the Phillips head screwdriver, which is a full 3D nice Phillips head screwdriver, but it doesn't lock, but it's got a couple stops, half stops. Anyways, you know, there's features on here that are better, features on here that are better. The file's better than this one by miles, but yeah, I just think people, I don't know why, it's my opinion, my impression that people are crapping all over this tool more than not, and it's a fine tool. It's doing good for me. I'm liking it. I'm going to continue carrying it. I just wish it cost $40 to $50 instead of $70. You know, $50 would be ideal. I think it'd be well worth it, but that's up to you if you want to spend $70 on this, if this would suit your needs. If you don't need a plier-based multi-tool, you know, you're carrying one of these things or something else that gets you by, yeah, it's worth checking out. I really do like it. I've been, like I said, I've been carrying it. I'm going to continue carrying it. It's a good tool. I like it. I guess that's it. That's all I got on this today. You know, do the usual, like, comment, subscribe, and until the next video, bye.